I'm fond of saying that opera is all around you, wherever you look in Cincinnati. And for the next few days of these daily digests, I'd like to alter that saying a little bit to say that World War I is all around you, wherever you look in Cincinnati. On July 10th and 12th, we present the World War I opera Silent Night, which tells the true story of the Christmas truce of 1914. And this weekend, on June 28th and 29th, the exact anniversary of the beginning of World War I 100 years ago, we have two very special events. But leading up to those events, I thought we'd travel around Cincinnati and find some of the hidden treasured memories of World War I. You'll pass most of them by. They're not very impressive or massive, but they're there, and they tell the story. For example, at this very busy intersection, which is the intersection of Ridge Road and Montgomery Road, not far from where I live in Pleasant Ridge, there's an old VFW post right next to the used record store. You've probably passed this monument 10 times if you've been in this neighborhood and never seen it. It is a memorial to men and women who served in World War I from Cincinnati. And a slightly closer look reveals an important connection that Cincinnati had to World War I. Namely, that nearly half of the names on this tablet are German surnames, meaning that these are men of German heritage and ancestry who were by this point Americans and fought for America to end this horrible world war. I've talked a lot about the anti-German sentiment that arose very quickly after the declaration of war in 1917, and this is one little proof positive that these men felt that they were Americans by then, proof of the great assimilative power of our country. Just one little fact that helps make the history of World War I come alive again for Cincinnati. And speaking of come alive, I hope you'll be with us this weekend on June 28th, Saturday morning at 11 o'clock in Spring Grove Cemetery for a free event that commemorates the exact 100th anniversary of the beginning of the war. We'll have clergy from many denominations, the greatest band from the Air Force called the Airmen of Note, members of our cast from Silent Night, all gathering for an hour on a beautiful summer's morning that 100 years ago exactly saw the beginning of World War I. And then on Sunday evening, June 29th, in our beautiful Washington Park, a concert by the Airmen of Note of music from both World War I and World War II, also free to the public starting at 7. So here we go on this wonderful journey now, and I hope you'll stay with me as we discover all of these interesting points of contact that Cincinnati had with this amazing time in our nation's history.